Supreme the Almighty back in the building. Shout out to the sponsors, you know what I mean? The Snow Goons, Creative Juices Music, Elite Sound International, of course, Blazing My Radio. We got the homie Stu Bangas on the show tonight. Gonna be discussing the new joint he dropped with Capadonna. Peace to everybody that supports the show, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a dope ass show, man. I hope y'all all having a good week and all that. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. What's good, what's good? Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the Third Chamber joint, you know what I mean? Just dropped today, actually. I had the pleasure of listening to 2 days early. Make sure y'all go and cop that. Peace to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings. Just gonna wait for the homie to hop up in here, get the show popping. Peace to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Yo.
Yo, what up?
What's good, brother?
What's going on?
Good to finally meet you in person, you know what I'm saying?
You as well. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Pleasure's all mine, man. Of course. Yeah. Yo, so let's get this rolling, man. Before we hop right into the album and whatnot, which is phenomenal, by the way, I might add. I definitely had some questions I wanted to ask and whatnot. So I figured we start off with more obvious. But so how did you come up with the name Stu Bangas? I don't know if someone asked you this before, but I figured I'd throw it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can't remember who said it, but somebody was like, "Oh, that's a banger," on one of the beats I was making, and I just kind of took it and ran with it. And I don't think I really thought it through, so I was just like, "Yeah, fuck it," and I kind of just rolled with it, and it stuck for some reason. So, and my name is Stu. My name's Stuart. So,
yeah, I figure it might be, you know what I mean, pretty obvious, but you never know because there's always stories behind people's names and shit. So figure we might throw it out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Word. Now another question. This one I definitely had to ask, man, because you have a specific tag in a lot of your joints. Now I had to ask this because it sounds like something I'm familiar with, but I wanted to make sure before I really touch base on it. Is that an anime voice that you're using for that tag?
When it says brutal?
Nah, it's like a scream. It sounds like an anime scream.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah.
It is. Now that's nice. Now I have to ask the next question to that. Is that Gohan from Dragon Ball Z?
Yes, it is.
Man, see,
Yeah.
I had to make sure, man.
Yeah, man. I always liked that. Used to watch that show when I was a kid, and then I just thought that sounded kind of gangster, so I threw it in the beats and shit.
Yeah, nice. Now, to segue into the next question, since now that you answered that, do you have any favorite animes besides that?
So I'm not that big. Like that one was on it would be like on channel 20 or channel 50 when I was growing up. And we only had like 4 channels on the TV growing up, like 4, 7, 9, 5, and then 50. And then I just caught it one day. I was like, "Oh, this is dope." And none of my cousins and nobody was really up on it. But so I used to watch that one, but I never really got too heavy into it. But I don't want to give away too many secrets. But one thing I do enjoy is to sample some anime records here and there. So they got a lot of dope samples. So I'm not trying to give away too much, but yeah. So any beat makers on here, that's some game for you right there. So
That's crazy. I had that feeling, man, because I'm not gonna front. If you were an anime head, you used to watch Dragon Ball Z, but you heard Gohan doing that shit, it just straight lit up the whole fucking shit. So it's like anytime I hear your beats, I'm like, yo, this is gonna be some shit. Like you could already tell.
Hell yeah. I try not to throw it on a beat that's not hard. You know what I'm saying? Not on anything that's mellow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, nah, I feel you. I mean, technically, it would go with anything though, but nah, I feel you.
Yeah, yeah.
I
True,
definitely feel
true.
you.
I give you that. Yeah, yeah.
So my next segue into the next question I was going to ask you is because you could kind of tell by the way you might sample certain genres.
Mhm.
So now my take on it is you like a lot of horror shit,
I
like
do.
because you could tell like it's you got very particular sound and it's fucking awesome. So do you have any favorite horror movies that you like to watch all the time?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite is probably The Shining. Um, this Jack Nicholson kills it. It's mad creepy. And the director is that dude Stanley Kubrick. He was nasty. But then I love horror movies in general. You know what I watched just the other night was The Fly. Remember that one?
Oh shit,
That's
hell yeah.
creepy, yo. And when he turns into the fly, it's more gross than anything. But I don't even know if they call it a horror movie. I don't know if I would call it that. More, I don't know what you would call it. But I watched that, and then I love like I read the books, like the It books, the that Stephen King wrote with Pennywise.
Oh.
So I read those books. I like Misery. I don't know if you would call that horror or suspense, but where the woman's crazy and she got him locked up in the house.
Oh yeah, yeah, the classic. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I love that. And I mean, I'll pretty much give any horror movie a chance. Like that's definitely one genre I like. And the music I like because I just like that creepy vibe. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah, nah, definitely. I had to ask that, man, because I'm a horror fan. So I'll be watching that shit all day. You know what I'm saying? And especially when you're watching it, you know what I mean? You're watching with the family. Sometimes you come across a sample while you're watching the movie. Sometimes I'll be want to pause the shit. Just go, you know what I'm saying? Make a beat.
hell yeah. Somebody in the chat just said The Fly was considered sci-fi. I think he's right. But I think when I was watching it on Roku the other day, they had it in the horror section. That's what made me think of it. But shout out to the homie in the chat that just said that. Yeah.
Yeah, to be kind of weird now with the ratings and shit, because you know what I'm saying, like they'll have a little bit of blood and they're automatically called rated R, or you know what I'm saying, if it's certain nature in it, they'll rate it PG-14, and it's confusing. I would have thought that was a horror movie too, to be honest with you, but I
Yeah.
guess sci-fi kind of does, you know what I'm saying? That's
I
crazy
would
though.
say even more for myself. I don't know about you, but I was big into like the action movies of the 80s. Like Predator's probably maybe one of my favorite movies ever. The original Predator.
Yep.
And that genre, I really like that. And like, would you call Alien and Aliens horror, or would you call it sci-fi? Because it has a bit of both in it. So
I mean, in that time frame, it's kind of weird because in that time frame, everything wasn't really considered horror. It was more like sci-fi-ish, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
would consider it a horror. I mean, anything that has people dying in it, you know what I'm saying? You kind of have to, in a way,
yeah.
kind of label it that. But I mean,
It kind of
but
blurs those lines. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I mean, it's all weird. But yeah, anything with killing and shit like that, I automatically assume it's a horror movie. But yeah, back then it's more sci-fi, I guess, because it had
Yep.
the weird shit.
Uh,
So yeah, no doubt, no doubt. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I love horror movies. But yeah, I wanted to ask those first off because man, saying I love your sample techniques. I love your beats in
thank,
general. You know what I'm saying? I
thank you.
mean, me personally, I can listen to your beats all fucking day without an artist on it. That's just
Thank
me
you.
though. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the chat can agree, straight up and down.
I appreciate that, man.
So my next question I wanted to ask you, man. A lot of people have asked this question too, but I wanted to get your take on it. So if you had a chance to bring back 3 artists that were RIP'd that you could do a project with, or maybe even a whole album with, what 3 would you like to choose?
Prodigy from Mobb Deep would be #1 for me. By the way, he just dropped that new song with that Primo beat. That shit was crazy. I was in the car line to get my prescriptions from CVS, and I was on my phone and it popped up. I'm like, yo, and I turned it on while I was waiting in line. I was bumping in the line and I had to turn it down. I played it like 4 times in a row. It was crazy. So Prodigy would be my #1. I would say, I don't want to sound cliche, but I'm a big Biggie fan, man. Like he's one of my favorite rappers ever. Like when I first heard his first album, I was just like, it was a game changer for me. And then on the third one, that's a good question, man. I got
Told you I was
think
gonna
some
put you
more.
on your toes, bro.
No, 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 no. That's a good question. I would really have to think about the third one. I don't want to just give some BS answer. But those would be my first two, and those are two of my like top 5 MCs like ever. Me personally, Prodigy's probably not probably he's my favorite MC ever. Like, I don't want to get into discussions about who's like the most technically gifted. Like, he's just that dude to me. I don't just something about Prodigy, man. Just like I just love his like every song he does, man. So
Yeah.
Oh,
And like,
a dude that the third one, and I don't want to put him in no order, but it's a dude I was actually working on an album with. See if you can guess who it is. He passed away. Sean Price.
oh, oh.
Sean Price.
See,
Sean Price, even aside from being a nasty rapper, he was a good dude, man. Like, I considered him a friend, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I mean, all of them would go perfectly over your beats, especially just all of them on one track in general.
That'd be crazy.
Word. That would be fucking legendary, man. Straight up. So I just had to ask that because everybody got their own picks. Me personally, it's gonna be obviously Big L, Big Pun. You know what I mean? Prodigy too. I would have to add Prodigy because I say that a lot. But you know what I'm saying? Like, Big L was always my favorite, so it's like I would have to throw him out there.
Hell yeah. And Pun too.
Word. Yeah. So that shit is dope, man. Like, yo, I'm glad you said that though, man. Yeah, it is a hard question. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who would you pick? There's so many. Unfortunately, we lost so many. So it's like it's kind of hard to, you know what I mean, really pinpoint. But like, I could definitely see them throughout one of your beats, man. It would be dope. I mean, shit. Maybe you could even do a remix album, man. Stu Bangas Prodigy.
I'm lucky I got to work with Prodigy. My man Vinny Paz got him and Have on one of my beats back in like 2004. So that was like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
word.
Shout out
That's dope.
Shout out Vinny Paz.
Word, shout out Vinny Paz, man. Yo, the tracks and the joints you put together with them is like, you know what I'm saying? Like Vinny, Ill Bill, of course. You know what I mean? Gore-Tex, man. It's the perfect plot, man. Y'all got the perfect chemistry for this hip hop scene. You guys are legit bringing hip hop the way it's supposed to be in this community and shit. So just want to add that too. But yeah, so let's get a little bit into this album, man. I was kind of shocked. I was shocked because, you know what I'm saying, like, it was like, damn, this is a breath of fresh air. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty, you know, everyone was saying that shit, but it was an ill album. I didn't see any reason to skip any tracks.
Thank you, man.
Like, even the interludes, man. I was just sitting here like, yo, I'm sitting here listening to beats thinking the fucking Capadonna was gonna hop in and shit, but it was just the beat. I'm like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna let this shit rock.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
So, but yeah, we're gonna get into the track list in a little bit, but let me ask you this question. Do you have any specific favorites off of the album that kind of stick out to you a little more than the others?
Yeah, Toss the Blick with Self-Titled is probably my favorite song. And like I had a version of that with just Kappa on it, but I decided to get him on it, and I liked what I think Self got the best aside from Don. I think Self got the best verse on the album. I think he's ridiculous. So that's my favorite John. And then I would say after that would be like the one with Planet Asia, man, because just his flow on that, Donna's flow on that is crazy, and the shit he's saying, man. And then Planet Asia killed the hook, man. So shout out to him getting on it. Shout out to M80 for getting Planet Asia on the hook. And those are my two favorite right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, definitely, man. I was kind of entertained the most with like Get Lost. Like, I feel like it's just what he's speaking about and the way it's in the hook too. He's talking about the source of hip hop. He's talking about hip hop in general, and he's really just showing all out. It's like that shit really caught me. Plus the beat was just in general, everything just was perfect chemistry for me.
Shout out my man, not my man. I mean, I know who DJ Rob on the sample. That's what I chopped up is DJ Rob. He did the sample for that. And yeah, I love that song too, man. Get Lost. He killed it.
Peace.
Yo, he killed it.
Yo, peace to everybody joining in and whatnot. We just discussing the album and whatnot. Yeah. Yo, one that kind of threw me off a little bit, but was a blessing, yo, was in disguise, was Rolling. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I was sitting here like, yo, this dude some jazz shit.
Yeah,
it just
Barry White on that, man.
Yeah, that shit, it went so perfect with the album though, because you would think like with all the darkness and the crazy hard body bars, and then he came in with that shit like on some pimp shit, some real smooth shit, just slid it right in there, and then everything else just went right back to normal. It's like it never even happened almost.
Yeah, exactly. I like that he did that. When I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, what's this?" But then, like when I listened to the whole record, I'm like, "Yeah, I like that." He kind of like it's still dope to me, but he give you a slight different vibe on it. You know what I mean than the other ones. So I fucks with it.
Yeah. It was that, yeah. I mean, it worked together. It wasn't like anything stuck out so much that it was like, nah, this kind of just fucked up the vibe or something. It was more so it all worked together. So it's like, yeah, that I had to pick that one too because I love jazz shit, and
I
it's
do too.
just the flow. Shit was
Yep.
crazy. I gotta agree with you and Toss the Blick too, man. I'm glad you got self-titled on that, man. You and self-titled when y'all work together, man, it's fucking, it's like
Thank,
Premier and Nas. Like that's how I
oh,
feel with it. Like,
thank you, man.
yeah,
Shout
that
out,
shit was
shout
ill.
out self-titled, man. He got that voice, man. It cuts through
Mm-hmm.
the beat. It's just that manly, deep voice. Not to sound like, hey, yo, whatever, but yo, he's just a beast, man. You know what I mean? Shout out self-titled.
Hell
That's my
yeah, man. Yeah, that shit was ill, man. Like, yeah, I mean, everything on it, man. For those that listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the way through, I was listening to this shit on repeat, man. Like, everything just caught me. Like I said, even with the interlude, just like for those that are rappers, they just say, hey, listen to the beat, they rapping over that shit while they waiting for the next joint to bang. So,
that's yeah, that's kind of how I figured it would be. Like heads might just start spitting over it, you know what I'm saying? And I just tried to pick some ill beats since I knew he wasn't gonna be on them, so I was like, these better be good. So I feel like that worked out pretty good. So
yeah. I mean, personally too, I'm kind of glad you did that, man, because I feel like more albums should have that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could have the interludes with talking and shit, but the fact that you really showing what you capable of is like it really puts you in a whole nother bracket as a producer and shit. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. So that shit was ill, man. Yeah, you got a lot of good shit, man, and then you got a couple music videos out. Music
yep.
videos are dope. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check that shit out on YouTube for everybody that hasn't already. Like some hard shit. Actually, there's one other I forgot to mention. You're trying to survive, man, with Ill Bill.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah,
yo,
they
the
came
bells in that shit. The fucking hook was relevant to everything going on, type shit. So yeah, it was. That shit really hit. This shit really banged, yo. Straight up.
I like what Donna did on the hook on that one, man. That shit was dope. He kind of sung it too, like melodic, but what he was saying was dope to me. So you know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
it just goes to show Capadon is a whole nother type of MC. A lot of people, you know, I mean, you got so many members of Wu Tang. I guess it's kind of hard to really pinpoint certain ones, but yo, Capadon definitely sticks out. All of them have their own fly shit. And the fact he came back the way he did, you know what I'm saying, from the pillage, and then he just, yo, it's like he just came in and murdered the shit, man. The beats are perfect. Now, the beats, I want to ask you, man. Did you pick the beats? Or did he just like, you know what, I'm gonna just use this, I'm gonna use that. You know what I'm saying?
So when I reached out to him, like, so I had done a couple beats on his album back in like 2006, 2007, called Earth, Wind, and Fire. I did this one called uh, oh shit, what's it called? I did two of them. One of them is he's like, now drink cow piss at the end of it. I forget what he called it. And then the other one is like a singing joint. Anyways, so I have worked with him before, and shout out to my man Kaz that made that plug. Um, I can't remember what the name of the songs was. I know Capone rapped on the beat too, but his version didn't come out. But so I have worked with him before, so I was like, I seen M80 working with him, so I was like, I could probably get in touch with him. So I was like, yo, what's you think this could happen? He's like, yeah, it could happen. So I'm like, all right, so how you want to do it? And he's like, yeah, just send over a folder of beats. And I sent over probably like 40 or something. I got so many beats, man. Like I got thousands of beats. But I went through ones I thought he would like, 40 or 50 of them. And then he sent me a picture, and it was Capadonna writing. I'm like, oh, it's going down. And so he picked out of those 40 or 50, he picked those 10.
That's
So
crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, yo, to mention that too, man, to pay you your flowers, man. You making beats every day. Like,
well, you know what it is, my man. Like, cause I would say really since Cannibal Hulk with Ill Bill, my fans have really been holding me down. And then when I did the album with Bobo from Cypress Hill, that took it to another level. And then when I got sent home from my job at the time with the pandemic, I was like looking at my bank account. I was like, I'm doing all right. I was like, I'm not going back, man. I'm going full time. I try to go full time with the music. And my fans have just been holding me down, man. They've been supporting me, man, big time. So shout out to my Brutal Music family, man, because like y'all enabled me to just make beats and music full time. So man, I never thought I would be to this point that people are supporting me like they are, and they are now. So it's a blessing, man. You know what I mean? And I want to make the most. I want to make the most of it. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, you also a good dude though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I see how you interact with the fans. Like, you're not like these other dudes with their ego tripping and you know what I'm saying, big ass heads and shit. Like, you out there. You a legend in the books, but you also still treat everybody like down to earth. So that's you deserve that type of success. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, you know what I mean. Plus, you got your son involved. I
Yeah.
gotta say, yo, your son is a beast.
Thank you, man. He's getting there, man. Thank you, man. That's
Word.
my
You could
pride and
def.
joy right there, man. That's my man right there. So thank you.
Word, man. Like, yo, I'll be listening to him be something like, yo, spitting image of you, man. Like, he gonna be on the takeover. You gonna be kicking back with the beer, chilling, and he gonna be just, you know what I'm saying?
That's the plan, man. If he sticks with me, that's the plan. God willing, we'll see.
Word, yo, peace to Young Bangers, man. Definitely check out his page as well, man. Sheesh, like, yo, you need them beats, man. These two right here, man. Y'all keeping hip hop alive, straight up and down.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
Word, no doubt, no doubt. I was gonna ask you also, you have who would you like to work with in the future, like that you haven't already?
Um, I would like that's like possible that I see is really possible. I would like to work with like Conway out of Griselda. You know, he's my favorite of them. Um, I would like to work with Ghost and Raekwon, man. That would be. I'm hoping they hear some of these joints. We'll see. You never know. It's worth a shot. Um, those two especially. I would really like to work on a whole project with Cool G Rap. If we can make the business like line up right, I would really love that. I would like to work with Havoc. He showed me love on one of my beats a year or two ago, and then he was like, "Yo, send that through." I'm not trying to blow up his spot, but I was like, "Oh, word!" And then I sent it, but like, you know, nothing ever came up. He's a busy man, but I would love to work with Hav. Um, you know, that's who I see as maybe I could see it happening. Outside of that would be like someone like Nas or something. It's like that's not gonna happen. But I would love it. But you know what I'm saying? I'm the same as you, man. Like we're the same era. So like those, I'm not really with. You know, I'm gonna work with other MCs, like younger MCs. I'm already building connections with some dudes that are doing that thing and on the grind. But to me, my dream MCs are like those from our era that are still doing it. You know what I mean? So it'd
Yeah, yeah.
probably be those ones that I just named mostly.
No, I ain't going front, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who else is real hard body Nas fans, but yo, I would rather hear him over one of your beats than another Kanye beast. I'm just being real. Like,
Oh, thank you,
so
man.
I definitely feel like that shit should happen. If you did a whole album with him, I think that would definitely have like an Illmatic kind of feel to it. 'Cause the way your drums are, the way your melodies are, like I could definitely see some shit like that going down. So yeah, straight up.
Thank you, man.
Make that happen, man. As soon as you all tour, man. Word, we need that for hip hop, man. Yo, cause that would just change everything, man. Straight up, like yeah. I want to hear that. That's what's up, though. So yo, before we cause I know you're busy, man. I want to hold you up too long.
Uh,
Anybody got any questions that you want to like throw out there for him? You know what I mean? Before we dip out.
let's see what we got here.
I know somebody was asking if what was that question? If you doing beat critiques and stuff like that and how they could, I guess, be a part of that. I know you're doing like the sample mix and stuff like that. So like how they get involved.
Yeah, if they want to do something like that, I've got my Patreon page set up, and it's pretty cheap to join. It's like $5, $10, or $15 a month. And on that, I got samples that I give out exclusive to those people that are on the page, because it's mostly beat makers on the page. And then we do like every few weeks we do a sample contest where I give them all the same. I give all my homies on the page the same sample. They flip it, and then I play it on Instagram Live, and then we all judge it in the chat, and then I'll pick the winner. We've done 3 of those so far. They've gone really good. And then anybody on the Patreon, if they want to hit me up because they're showing love by supporting the page, I'll build with them on their beats. But that's probably the main way I would say. Holler at me on the Patreon page, and then we can chop it up.
No doubt, no doubt. For those that make beats and whatnot, I want to interact. Definitely do the Patreon and all that. Somebody was asking, when is the self-titled Stu Bangas album coming out? I definitely would like to hear that.
I hope sooner than later. So we got a good start on it, like a good 4 joints, and man, all 4 of the songs that he did were just crazy. And that was back probably 2 years ago now. But he was just going through real, I don't want to put his business out there. He was just going through real life. He's a busy dude, with his business ventures. But then, stuff happens in life. So
yeah, shit happens. Yeah,
shit happens. But we've just been building on it over the last couple of weeks. And we went through all the beats he wants to use, and I'm gonna try to stay on him as nicely as possible. Let's get this done, because I probably get hit up. I know every week, maybe once a day, someone's like, "Yo, when's that coming out?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. I'm working on it.
You're gonna have to start stalking his email.
Yo, I'm texting him. I'm gonna stay on him. I'm gonna be more aggressive, but in a polite way. So it's gonna happen.
Most deaf. Somebody was asking, any new material with Vinny in the works?
Yeah, I don't want to give too much info, but we got more than a few songs coming on his next project, and I don't want to give away no secrets because he'll kill me. That's my homie. I talk to Paz every day, so that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, we do, and y'all are gonna love it, man. And it ain't even just because of what I'm wait, just wait. You're gonna see. So
yo, I know everything y'all put together, man. I already know that shit's gonna fucking rock the earth and shit. So straight up. Planetary Pace. You said the Cap album is excellent.
Oh, thank you. Is that Planet? What up? Yo, thank you, man. What up?
Yo, we needed your Planetary. We need to hear Stu Bangas Planetary shit. Straight up.
Shout out to Outer Space, Crypt and Planet, man. Shout out.
Word, yo. Yeah. Any other questions? I was gonna ask you, does Young Bangas got anybody he wants to work with?
Yeah, so he did a joint with Paz. I don't know when that's coming out, but it's like some trap drums, but it's kind of like boom bapish. And we sent it to Paz, and Paz was like, "Yo, I need that." And then I heard a verse Paz did over it. It's crazy. I'm excited for that one. I don't know when that's gonna come out or if, but he did a beat for Goody Mob, and it's got CeeLo on it and somebody else too. So yeah, I'm excited. I be talking to my man from Goody Mob, Cujo, quite a bit. He hooked that up. Shout out to Cujo from Goody Mob. So I'm excited about that. But I don't want to be pestering dudes when's this coming out? When is it coming? So I'm gonna wait and see. But and then he did the joint with shout out my man RJ Payne. Young Bangers did a beat for RJ Payne with Reed Dollars on it. It's called Bloodsport, and then a few other Battle Cats. So they killed that song. So, and he got some other stuff in the works too. So
that's what's up, man. Yo, like I said, man, I love it when families come together and you pass down the gems and everybody can work together and shit, man. That shit's a blessing, straight up and down. So I definitely love seeing that. And like I said, his beats are crazy, man. At that age, sheesh, man. Yo, by the time he's our age, man, it's gonna be a motherfucking rap.
I hope he sticks with it, man. Thank you, man.
Word. Somebody asked, where can they send music to see if you want to work with them?
I don't really take too much submissions for music, but I mean, yeah, just holler at me on the social media, and if I got time, I'm gonna check it out. I've done that before, so. But I don't really have a specific place to receive other than that. So I would just say just holler at me. If I got time, I'm gonna check it out. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, no doubt. For those that don't already got you added, man, hit that little tab and just hit follow. So you can follow Stu Bangas, man. Check out all his shit, man. The album just dropped. Like I said, man, I had the pleasure of listening a couple of days in advance, so I was fucking, you know what I mean? I was on a high all fucking since I got that shit. That work fucking, you know what I mean? Now you got me itching for more and shit, so.
Thank you, man.
Word, man. So yeah, but y'all, I don't want to hold you up too much. Y'all definitely appreciate your time, brother, man. Straight up and down, man. I appreciate everything you fucking do for hip hop, straight up and down.
Yo, thank you for supporting. Thank you for the invite, man. I appreciate it, man.
No doubt. We're gonna keep building, you know what I mean? Cause you're a good brother and I appreciate you in general. And peace to everybody that's been supporting. Make sure to follow. Check out the videos on YouTube. Buy the album, man. It's worth the money. I'm telling you right now, I cop the shit. I'm keeping it a buck. Cop that shit.
Yeah,
Straight
you
up
did.
and down. Third Chamber.
Appreciate that, man. Someone just asked me and RJ Payne's album. That's coming out in October. Me and RJ Payne
Shit.
got some shit coming. Yeah, he's a savage, man. Shout out RJ Payne, man.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, and also for the beat producers and stuff, like he said, man, check out the Patreon. You know what I mean? Pay the little dough, man. It's fucking worth it, man. Y'all I know y'all got $10 in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like it's worth it to be able to submit your music and to be able for him to listen, and et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? But definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. This shit's gonna be on YouTube in a day or so. But I definitely appreciate you, brother. We're gonna still be chopping it up even after this. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Ain't a one-time deal and shit.
Oh, yo, can I give one more shout out?
Yeah, go ahead.
My man Vince Omega did the artwork. He's in the chat. Vince Omega.
Oh,
yo, he is next level with y'all. Everyone loves the art for the Capadonna album. That's who did it. Vince Omega. Yo, holla at Vince Omega if you need artwork. He's next level with it. So shout out Vince Omega.
yeah, peace to him. Yeah, that album cover, man. Shoot, yo, that shit was ill. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you guys should definitely put out posters if you ain't. I bet mad people put that shit on their wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Word. Yeah, no doubt. Peace to everybody once again. You know what I'm saying? Any other questions before we dip out? Huge fan to wish up others. I mean, you can still Trey Van. You could always still buy the album though, man. You know what I'm saying? Save up $1 a week, or whatever you could do. You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean? Get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely, I'm sure you appreciate the streams and shit too. But let's be real. To really support the artist, you gotta put money up. I mean, that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really how you pay your homage. I mean, the streaming is cool too, but streaming like. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely do that and check that out. I don't see any further questions, but yeah, I mean, like I said, if it's cool with you, we do this again. We drop something new, man.
You already know, man. Thank you for having me on, brother, and thank you for supporting the project, man. Thanks for being a good dude, man. Word.
No doubt. You already know, brother. I'm gonna talk to you after this, though, man.
All right. Thank you, man.
All right, brother. All right. Peace.
All right, peace out.
Yeah, the homie Stu Bangas, man. Yo, once again, follow him. You know what I mean? Check out the Third Chamber, Capadonna, peace to Capadonna, peace to the whole Wu-Tang. The album's phenomenal. I bought it myself, like I said, man. I'm not fronting. I'll show you the fucking receipt if you want to see it. But it's definitely worth buying. Definitely check it out. Make sure you follow him. Follow Young Bangers as well. His son, man. His son is phenomenal with the beats. Definitely pay attention to that. Yo, appreciate all y'all. You know what I mean? Once again, shout out to the sponsors. You know what I mean? Snow Goons, Creative Juices, Music. You know what I mean? The Elite Sound International, Blazing Up Radio. I appreciate all y'all. I'm going to drop this on YouTube soon. I hope y'all all have a great weekend. Peace.